been home for 2 or 3 days and been in Chicago 2 or 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I bet Chicago's second home. You know a lot of stuff going on in
I used to live
Chicago.
in Chicago before I moved here.
You lived in Chicago. How long?
About 22 years.
22 years. Yeah, well, that's home too. So you just have a dual citizenship, I guess,
Yeah.
in the state of Illinois and the state of Texas. Well, I'm glad y'all got.
Chicago's my home. So
Oh, wow.
I just love
Yeah,
to
I've
be
got
there.
friends up there in Chicago. This is my baby girl coming in with some food for her mama. Well, listen here. Have you seen Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins?
No.
Now, see, I'm ashamed. I got two men sitting down here haven't even seen me in the movie.
How long has it been out?
It came out last February. It came out February 2008. It's Martin Lawrence. James Earl Jones plays his daddy. Monique plays his sister. Cedric the Entertainer plays his cousin. Margaret Avery, Suge Avery from The Color Purple plays his mama. Michael Clark Duncan from The Green Mile, the big bald-headed dude, plays his brother. Now I play his wife in the movie. I play Michael Clark Duncan's wife in the movie. Then Mike Epps plays his cousin. With his crazy self. That was just, that man is, he's certified, but he is so funny. And Nicole Lowry Parker from Soul Food, she played Terry on Soul Food on the series. Oh, she's gorgeous. And a sweet lady. Sweet lady. No, this is an actual DVD of me and my singing. I sing as well. Yeah, that's my Christmas. Well, it's a DVD. You can watch it on your DVD.
What kind of songs do you sing?
Well, on that, that's mostly holiday songs. But I usually sing jazz, R&B. I do a lot of different things like the day's begun and there's no one inside this empty house to love me. Nobody, no one to share, no one who really cares, no one who's there to take care of me. Why must I feel so lonely without you here? I wish it was all in a dream. Okay.
So, to the church.
Yeah, well, I sing in clubs. I need to sing in church, but I don't ever get a chance to go to rehearsal, and so therefore I don't want to jump up, in the choir stand on Sunday morning, and I haven't been at rehearsal like everybody else, because I work during the week doing plays and stuff. I do theater too. I'm doing a show right now, as a matter of fact, at Theater 3. It's called Lost in the Stars, and it's about two fathers in South Africa back in the 1940s, 1950s. It's a beautiful story. So I do a lot of theater and stuff when I'm not doing TV or film. That's what I do, and then I sing at clubs around town.
Do you do stand-up?
You know what? I've been interested in doing stand-up, but I just haven't had anybody to help me write material. You got to have the material, and you got to be quick with it. Now, I can talk plenty of shit. You can give me a couple of shots of Crown, and I'll just make you laugh. And people will say, Liz, you're so crazy. But I need some material, to try to do stand-up. You're about the fifth person in the last couple of weeks that has asked me if I do stand-up. So I may need to expand. I am from Dallas. I went to Carter High School. Went to Arts Magnet my freshman year, and I graduated from Carter High School. And I went to El Centro. If you're ever driving up 35, going into downtown across the Trinity, you'll see a big old billboard with my face on it talking about the Dallas County Community College District, telling you smart starts here. But I've been doing this thing for a long time. Haven't been doing it 27 years, but I'm getting close on it.
You're not that old.
Oh, come on now. My oldest daughter's 25. So, and I wasn't a baby when I had her.
I was gonna say, where's she at?
That's not cute. We're not going to do that.
I'm just teasing.
Oh, my goodness. Daughters, now, beware. Get over there, baby girl. She's 14. We're not going to do that.
I'm just teasing you.
Well, I'm glad to sit down and be able to talk with y'all. Anything y'all want to talk about this evening?
What do you guys think about what's happening with Chrysler? And how is that affecting trucking?
Well, Chrysler, I think what hurts the automotive people field is them outsourcing all their works to different countries.
Yeah, overseas.
And just forgetting about the middleman, forgetting about the people that was loyal to that company for that long time.
Mm-hmm.
That it's kind of sad to see what's going on with Chrysler. I just hope that they're able to pull themselves out of it, because we definitely need that industry. But I think they hurt themselves with the cars that they was making.
That's right.
They
But
wasn't.
didn't I just hear something about them selling out to Fiat or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Refinancing.
But I think had they kept up with the times, they would probably would not be in this situation that they're in right now.
You mean competing with the foreign market and the foreign car makers?
Well, making cars that people want. More fuel efficient cars instead of these SUVs,
gas guzzler. The bigger the better. You know how we are in America. It's the bigger the better, the faster the better. We think everything is fabulous. I know I went to Paris a few years back, and all those I was fascinated when I saw that smart car.
Yeah.
We couldn't fit in it.
I seen it.
And I saw that thing, and I out of all of those cars, everything was just small, and I might have seen 2 American cars in Paris the whole time I was over there for a couple of weeks, and it was amazing to see a SUV or a truck drive down the street, because everybody else can park on the sidewalk almost. Efficient. And they've been spending a lot of money for fuel over there far longer than we have.
Oh yeah, and another thing that gets me is these trucks that they make. There's no reason in the world that they can't make a tractor that's more fuel efficient than what they are right now. You're getting 10 miles to a gallon. And to me, 5 gallons to 5 miles to a gallon, that's ridiculous for a big 18-wheel rig. And the amount of fuel that we're spending and paying out every year, that don't make any sense with these oil prices going the way they are. And I think that somebody's rigging that and scamming us with the fuel prices.
Of course they are. You look at the oil companies, and they're making billions of dollars in profit. And we are paying more for transportation, more for food, more for everything because of the price of oil. It's just ridiculous. How has it affected you?
The same way, in fuel, the price of fuel and everything, and just don't get the loads to pay anything. But like me, it's a little different because I'll call the same thing every week. But most of those don't pay much, So I've been off for 2 weeks. I don't even going back to work today.
Well, we're glad you came and stopped by and talked with us here at Breaker.
Yeah,
over at the Galaxy Chrome shop. We're trying to get some of the more of these truckers in off the road out of this nasty weather. Well, I'm glad it's kind of subsided, because I had to drive through it. I don't envy y'all at all. And I was in a little old van. I can't imagine pushing all that weight y'all push driving through nasty weather.
It was bad coming up 20 today.
Have you had many scares and bad weather, not just rain, but in ice? Because up in Chicago, I know, and coming down through there, that has to be pretty scary to you. Tell me one of the scariest times you can remember coming down through driving in the bad weather.
It was about 3 weeks ago. I was coming up 55 out of Chicago, and I ran into a tornado about 3 o'clock in the morning.
No.
Yeah, it was lightning. The sky was lightening up, and you could see it bouncing across the field coming towards us.
Oh my God.
And that was scary.
Well, what do you do when that kind of thing happens? You just keep rolling?
No, I slowed down about 5 miles an hour.
Oh my God, and just watched it.
Yeah. It came back across the front of us. Dust and debris and everything was flying through the sky.
Oh my
It
God.
was scary that night.
Oh, I can only imagine. That has to be terrifying. What about you, Anthony? What is the scariest time you've had out on the road driving in bad weather?
Well, driving through the mountains during the winter time, I think.
I don't know how y'all do it.
Especially when that blizzard comes and you have to be out there with the chains or getting stuck in the snow. And I had that happen to me in Michigan one time, and I learned my lesson about that. When it gets that bad, when it's white out like that, it's time for me to park the truck.
Oh yeah.
And when I had to go west, if I had to go on 80 and I had to use chains, is it bad enough for me to put chains on there?
It's bad enough for you to stop.
It's time for me to put the truck in park. I don't do chains. And I think the most scariest thing that I ever been in was the 3rd week I was out on the road, and I was still in training. I was at JB Hunt, and I was with a trainer, and I was in a sleeper at the time. And next thing you know, I felt myself upside down. The trainer had rolled us over.
No.
Yeah. And so ever since then, I never wanted to be drive teams with anyone. When I go to bed, that truck's got to go to bed also.
Wow.
I can't sleep with the truck moving.
Wow, that had to be scary.
Oh yeah, especially the 3rd week out, learning how to drive.
Yeah.
You know, you would think that was something I would do.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be training you.
Yeah. The second day we was out, he fell asleep and ran us into a ditch.
No, while he was driving?
Yeah. In Wisconsin, you know, he ran into a ditch.
Oh, that was scary. Did you report that trailer?
After he rolled us over, I had to get away from him.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten back in there with him. I think I would have had to say something and report him. He would have had to go somewhere.
I think he did have somewhere to go after that. They sent me
go into the classroom or something. Don't go back out on the road.
Yeah, they sent me on the bus back up to Chicago, and they sent me out with a different trainer. But I was doing local with him, and he was a 20-year truck driving veteran. I learned more from him. And the couple of weeks I was with him, then I didn't learn those 3 weeks while I was with the other guy. And one thing he taught me, which was valuable, is how to back up properly. And ever since then, I never had any problems backing by how he taught me how to do it. And I tried to teach people to do the same thing.
So are you a trainer now? Have you trained other people how to drive?
No, I don't think I would be willing to be in the sleeper and have a student driving the truck while I'm sleeping.
No. What about you, Marla? You've been out on a long road, long time on the road. You haven't trained anybody how to drive?
Years ago I did, but when I got old, I wouldn't do it. My nerves didn't like used to be.
I bet that would wear you out. Talking about the weather and scary incidents and that type of incident where somebody runs you, off the road. Yeah. What about other drivers on the road when you're driving? I respect a big rig, child. I know me. I'm not one of those. I know when I first learned how to just drive a car, it would terrify me just to pass y'all on the road. Have you had people that just have no respect for truck drivers and just act a fool with you? What has happened with you that you can remember bad drivers and messing with you on the road?
You got people pull out in front of you and hit the brakes and try to make you hit them,
What?
All kinds of things like that.
Trying to make you hit them?
Yeah.
Y'all in an 18-wheeler, why would I want you to hit me?
Maybe doing 60, 70 miles
Are they trying to die?
Yeah, trying to make you hit them.
So they can get some type of claims.
Yeah.
So they are just doing it to try and get a claim? It seems like they could die. I wouldn't want to be hit.
Here lately, it's more so here lately. Here lately, it's more so.
More so trying to get
Oh
no.
I don't like driving through LA at all.
I don't either. I was just there 2 weeks ago and it's crazy.
And you have cars that's in the far left lane
and they just go right in front of you. I've seen it.
And I had one that just like a split second, because I was in LA last week, split second for me, almost hitting him from behind because he had no signal and just came up from behind me, got in the other lane and made a swift turn right in front of me. No warnings or anything. I had to hit my brakes and worry about hitting him.
That's just crazy, man. That's just crazy.
Then the drunk drivers, that's another thing, and that's another incident that I had back in September 1st of 2001. I was driving local, and I was hauling lime to a steel mill, and I got loaded with with lime to take to a steel mill, and this drunk driver was doing 75 miles per hour. Come out, we was on the side street and he just started swerving from lane to lane, came off the road right into the line courier and smashed right into the truck.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, did he live?
No, he died right there.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, that was a fatality accident. That was pretty bad for me to see. But had he had a seatbelt on, he probably would have survived that accident.
But had he kept his drunk ass home, he would have survived the accident or sat down somewhere.
Yeah, and that was pretty bad to see, coming out of the line court. And then I went down to the hospital to make sure everything was okay, and then I got released. But that wasn't the worst thing that happened to me that evening. But I can't talk about that right now.
Okay, well, we're not gonna put that out there. I tell you something that has fascinated me. I know back in the day, I remember seeing the movie. Everybody saw Smokey and the Bandit, you know, and you heard all the CB talk, and they even had the song. What was the song? I can't remember the song right now, but I used to sing it when I was a kid. But the trucker song, I used to know it. Lord, I can't remember it. I'll call it up in a minute. But I just heard something on the CB that just made me. I was like, I couldn't believe it. There was a lady called Rump Shaker and told somebody to go over to a different channel. Now, is this something that goes on all the time? Look, y'all laughing. So the women get on the thing and they contact you and so tell me about that. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, it happens.
That's all you gonna say? You say, oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I mean that's everywhere, you know, mostly.
Yeah, it happens a lot, especially out here.
It's places that you didn't least expect. You know, you better weigh scale at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, man knock on your door.
What?
Weigh station?
Yeah.
At the weigh station, they knock on your door.
The weigh station is closed at night, and trucks pulling there to rest. I was in the one up there in Illinois a couple weeks ago. 3 o'clock in the morning, a girl knocked on the door and woke me up.
And they be working women coming to knock on the. Well, now America, I know truckers, y'all know about it, but the rest of America, we don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, the sad thing is, you know, if you open that door and walk outside right now, you probably see a couple of them walking around in this parking lot right now as we speak.
You better hush your mouth.
No.
Where's the camera, child? We gonna do an expose at the truck stop. Lord Jesus, y'all enlightening me this evening. I don't know what to think.
I see a special segment on that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to the women of the trucking industry. If that's the case, now they got their own.
That's one way to get them truckers out the trucks.
Oh,
I see a couple more out there right now.
It'll be a room full. He said it'll be a room full of them out here.
I see a couple of them out there right now.
Oh, you better hush. Where's the camera?
Wait
a minute. What do? They know when the truckers are coming?
Well, they see the truck drivers coming. If they come in a lot, then they come flopping up to them and ask them.
And know the man been lonely on the road. Some of them married men. I'm not getting into that. That ain't my business. But that's just fascinating to me.
I mean, you don't have a lot of drivers. You know, you don't have not all the drivers deal with those type of women, but you know, they just. Point
they present themselves.
You know, you're just trying to find a place to park, and the last thing you want to do would be bothered with somebody come knocking on your door or come bugging you. That's why I would never park in this parking lot, because if I'm sleeping at night, I don't need nobody at 3 o'clock in the morning banging on my door.
And they just come right up and knock on your door and wake you up.
They don't know you anything. They knock on your door and wake you up.
Shut up. Oh, that's just amazing to me. When I heard that on the CB, I couldn't believe it.
Were you a rump shaker?
Rump shaker, child. She was cussing another woman out. I guess the man had his woman riding with him, and she was trying to tell the man what all she could do, and the woman got the CB and she said, "Listen here, we don't want none of that shit. Get on out of here." It was too many things. It just fascinated me.
Yes.
That's amazing.
You should ride with a trucker sometime. You'll learn a lot.
Oh, I should ride with a trucker. Oh, Lord. Okay, Lord Jesus. And stop at different truck stops through the country and film. Y'all gonna have me scared now. I don't want Rump Shaker coming out. Don't come after me, girl.
Rump Shaker might
take care of your business. Get on whatever channel you gonna get on. More power to your sister. Do what you have to do in this economy. She says she want a stimulus package.
Rump Shaker might be out there in this parking lot right now.
Oh, okay. Don't come in here, girl. I don't want to get into it with you. I'll hit you in the head with the microphone.
But the sad thing is, half these girls are on drugs, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And strung out, and you get these drivers that sleep around with these women. They don't even know what these girls are doing, and taking that stuff home to their wives.
They better protect themselves now.
A lot of them don't.
Now that's just a sad thing. In 2009, and this is a side note. In 2009, you must be safe. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's not a way to play. Mm-hmm. We just must play safely. We don't do that. Yeah. But talking about them getting kind of strung out, and the girls be strung out. What do y'all think about drivers that get on the road under the influence of alcohol or drugs and get behind these 18-wheelers driving down through the city. I have to say, and a family member of mine, I ain't going to tell who it is, but I know he's strung out. And he used to drive on the road. And it used to just scare the mess out of me to know that he was, and he would get to a city and park and find and spend all his little money. Just spend all his little money. Wouldn't make nothing, but drive, just get loaded and drive that truck.
Well, it's not bad as it used to be. It's years ago it used to be real bad, but it's changed a lot in the last 10 years.
Well, that's good. Yeah. He's been off the road for a long time. He hadn't been out there in forever. Drink, but you don't see that too much now. Well, that's a blessing.
I have problems with that. I have low tolerance for people that go out there and buying drugs in the truck stop, and and taking drugs. Those are the type of people I don't want to be out on the road next to me. I get disgusted when I see them in the truck stop doing that, and there's no place for them out here. There's no reason for you to be out here on drugs and you driving an 18-wheeler that you could kill somebody in. And you driving on there.
What do you report them? How do you prevent that type of thing from happening? What do you do as a coalition of trucker brothers? How do you keep y'all safe?
Well, I try to talk. If it depends on the person. If I'm able to talk to them on the CB, I just tell them, it's not worth you putting yourself on the line like that out here, because, I have problems when I see that type of stuff going on. And, I try to tell them, and I try to tell the drug dealers, why would you come out here and then truck stop anyway to sell drugs? And sometimes
and endangering everybody's life.
And sometimes I would call the cops on the drug dealers because there's no reason for them to be out there like that.
Good for you.
So that's what I try to do.
Mr. Marlowe, what would you tell somebody that was under the influence and you knew they were out here doing the wrong thing?
I don't tell them anything. Sooner or later they get caught.
Well, there you go. You say if it don't get caught in the wash, it's getting caught when it come out to dry.
For a while, but you eventually gonna get caught. I don't care what you do, you get caught.
You put somebody's life in danger when you do get out there like that. Probably some people, right? Because there's guys.
He keep pointing out this door. I'm so terrified to go outside. He said that the hookers is out there. Now the drug dealers is out there. We don't want to go outside of the Chrome Shop. We're here at the Galaxy Chrome Shop. Off of I-20 in Dallas, Texas. I'm Liz Mikel, and we talking some stuff. Y'all done seen some things. I'm getting an awakening, an education this evening.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't keep going with the baby. Keep going.
Yeah, child, I can't talk no more. Wait a minute.
So you talked out.
They done made my head swim talking about the hookers and the drug dealers.
That's why I wouldn't park in the parking lot like this.
Well, where do you park your truck?
Well, I'm at the Pilot over about a block over, but it's security walking around patrolling that lot, so I don't have to worry about drug dealers or somebody. I'll park over here. You got to worry about somebody trying to break into your truck.
Lord, they breaking in trucks too.
Some of them.
Now, Claude, did you see him out there? Claude Trotter went out there to look for the hookers and the drug dealers in the parking lot.
I saw possible drug dealers.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They already in the back of the cab doing what they do, I guess. Lord help us all.
Most likely.
Oh my goodness.
She was in Roscoe Jenkins.
My goodness. And try to convince him to buy the DVD so he can show you who I am. But we are at the Galaxy Chrome Shop. Talking with these truckers on Breaker, and I'm just getting an education this evening.
Friday.
It's something else.
We're gonna let Ms Liz Mikel have you guys talk with her tonight if you want to come on in.
Y'all. I'm glad y'all came and sat down and talked with us.
I heard about it coming in.
Did you really?
Yeah. I walked from the truck stop over here. So let me go and meet our actress.
Well, I'm glad y'all came over and met me.
Or meet a queen.
Oh, listen. Well, thank you. Yeah, honey, Miss Rumpshaker was selling her wares.
Yeah, my camera.
I never even heard of it.
Yeah, come on, take a picture.
You guys can relax. I mean, we still broadcasting. You take a picture, take a smoke break, and get it started up again. We good to go.
I don't smoke. I'm an unusual truck driver. I don't smoke, drink, or drink coffee.
Wow.
Travis that want to meet actress Liz Mikel. She's over here talking to a few of your trucker brethren, looking to talk to a few more tonight.
I'm working on my
business
now.
Got a little late start because of the weather tonight, but we're still out here for you. About another 15, 20 minutes.
Right now.
And my friend does that too. He does the same thing. Get on Craigslist and eBay and.
Yeah. Well, it's a store, for Verizon and Sprint, and we're gonna have a couple more phone companies coming on board.
Well, I gave you one of my cards, man. I represent the company that I do. I represent everybody but Verizon, and we're looking for those that want to start a home-based business.
Yeah, I'm doing one with Verizon.
With just Verizon
and Sprint. And we got a couple more coming on.
Okay. Well, like I said, I gave you my card. On the card right there's the information.
Yeah, I left out the trip without my card.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you got mine, so you got a way to get back in contact with me. I put the information on there about the communications company, and also put the information on there for the show. Yeah. So if you're not here next week, you can tell your friends and family about it. They can tune in on the internet and join us next week. And help spread the word, man. We're trying to get the word out for truckers.
Yeah, I'm also into travel too.
Yeah, we're trying to make it so that y'all's stories can be heard. So people can appreciate all that you're doing to help get this country back on track.
That's a good thing.
And back on. Because I've been
I see y'all educating me
for several years.
A good thing.
And I know y'all are the lifeblood of this country.
I'm not only a truck driver, I'm also a travel agent.
Oh yeah.
Driver, you got actress Liz Mikel over here to talk about current events.
You let me pose, child.
Talk about whatever you like. She signed autographs for you. She's over here taking pictures right now. You can call your loved ones at home. I can give you the website so they can tune in on and they can see you out here and see that you are all right. So come on over to this Galaxy Chrome shop and join us tonight.
Yeah,
I think when I was
bringing
my truck.
I didn't want to say on the camera though.
Well, we appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
It's so nice talking to you.
You too. You take care and be careful out there on the road.
What I was saying about what happened that day, I don't want to say on camera.
All right.
That probably was one of the worst days of my life. Not only having to deal with that type of accident.
That's horrible. I couldn't imagine being around somebody
that was
getting
get a hold
killed.
of my spouse at the time.
Lord Jesus, I couldn't imagine.
My dispatcher was able to touch base with her and let her know I was in a fatality accident. But when I got released from the hospital, I couldn't get a hold of her. Get in my car, go over there, she in bed with someone else.
Oh no!
Can you imagine that all in one
No,
night?
I can't imagine that. That's horrible. That's just horrible.
Oh. Yeah.
No, I can't imagine that. That's too many things.
Well, that was
all at once.
Yeah, I had a crowbar. I busted for my 2-year-old at that time. That's when the day it made me walk away. But I should have took some time off of work after having that type of accident, and
I would
rushed
have.
right back into driving a truck.
Well, you were trying to put everything behind you.
I went back to work. That happened on the Saturday. I went back to work that Thursday of that week, and I dragged knife and ran right into a wall.
No,
because my mind was miles away from work.
But you have to be careful.
Yeah, so after that accident, I was off for like 3 months before I started driving again.
Lord have mercy. These flies is coming near me.
Yeah, I'm feeling them on me too.
And we're going to take a short pause for the cause, Mr. Anthony.